So what's next for sports?
Right now it's basketball. So I'll be there. I wanted to talk to you about that actually really quick before it starts. Do you happen to know the schedule? Because none of the parents have it. And we don't know games. We don't know nothing.
I don't have them, but let me email Mr. Velasco, and so do the students know it?
Uh, Sometimes they do, and sometimes they don't. Sometimes my son will be like, "No, we don't have practice," and then yesterday, he last minute, like around 6, he's out. We have practice at 7.
Oh yeah, so the practice and stuff, that's gonna have to go with the coach, but the games should be on our website.
On your website.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is on the website. There's a calendar
because I do check the max reps, and it does have a schedule, but it's not the right schedule because they were playing at a different school on Monday, I think.
No, yeah. So don't use max preps because that one's not 100% up to date.
Okay, so just go on the website.
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right, let's go ahead and get started, team. Again, just like we did earlier today, we're going to go through some slides, hopefully briefly, and then just allow a lot of time for questions. So I'll go through about halfway through the PowerPoint, and then I'll go ahead and open it for questions, and then at the end we'll have some questions as well. But thank you for being here. We're going to make sure to respect tradition, look ahead together. You can't spell Azusa without us, and we value the partnership with our families. So thank you for being here today. The meetings, honesty, respect, starting in on time. We like to keep it light, have some fun, stay engaged, and make collaborative decisions. As always, once an Aztec, always an Aztec. And our mission for your children, for our Aztecs, is to provide a 21st century education that emphasizes critical thinking, effective communication, and respect in a safe and positive environment, supported by collaborative staff members. So that way your students are when they graduate, they're college prepared and career ready. And so we've gone through 62 days now, and just want to give a big shout out to all of our scholar athletes. Girls cross country, first place, boys cross country, second place, girls volleyball, second place, football, first place in league, band and color guard, they're doing their performance they're doing their performance this Saturday for finals. As of right now, they're in second / third place. So they're hoping they have they knock out the last performance so we can move up to first or second and bring back some medals. So their last performance is on Saturday. So just a lot of hard work from our scholar athletes, from our coaches and our teachers, and just appreciate all the hard work for our students. At the same time, when you go in the classroom, you see a lot of learning taking place. Last week, we took a lot of pictures with our electronic cars and engineering classes where they're designing and building things on the 3D printing machine. So it's just really cool to see boys and girls engaging in technology, engaging with cars and electricity. And this slide is a little bit different, but just as we had a really cool homecoming dance. The Aztec, the thrift store, if you're aware, we have an Aztec thrift store in room 5 where students can come in and grab some jeans, shirts, jackets, shoes, jewelry, many items that were donated by our staff, many items that were donated by the community. And in the first week, we had over 350 students that participated that took home some extra clothes and shoes and any items that were required or that they're greatly appreciative of. It was a beautiful first grand opening. And some of these I already mentioned, but just For our intervention program, we have 90 students, 9th and 10th graders that are signed up with 2 of our intervention teachers. This week, 50 of the students met with one of our teachers to discuss graduation requirements. As a school, our teachers are looking at more data. They're looking at more student work in order to better support your students. As of right now, out of 230 seniors, 98 are eligible for A through G, which means that 98 are eligible to attend a 4-year college as of right now. We also have 91 students that are applying. This one, I'm not, it's 91 students that have filled out the FAFSA. And so if you have a son or daughter that's a senior, you know the importance of filling out the FAFSA for free government money. So we have 230 seniors. That number should be 230 students that have filled out the FAFSA because it is so important. Whether you go to a 2-year college or a 4-year college or even a trade school, they provide money for free. So before we move on, I just wanted to ask if there was any other shout outs from the community. Anything else going on that's fantastic with the cheer team or in the community or anything that you guys see that you guys want to just give a shout out?
We have our first game tonight. I mean, our first home game.
Home game for basketball, soccer? What are you talking about?
Yeah, for basketball.
Yep. First home game. So you were here late, Miss Cruz Thomas Cuenca, whatever your last name is nowadays. Castaneda.
Well, maybe change it next week.
But no, yeah. So we gave a shout out to all of our athletes that were out there doing a good job, including our cheer team. We had an awesome picture with our cheerleaders.
Thank you.
Yep. Anything else? Thank you, Miss Christina. Maritza, Letty, any shout outs that you guys see in room 1 and room 5? Anything cool going on over there?
Well, we continue to work with parents with Aries. We're giving anybody who comes in the tour of, the thrift store, thanks to Maritza and Tanya. They're very busy, still working on that. So thank everybody for their donations. And if you guys want to come and check it out and want to set up an appointment with Maritza or myself or Tanya Alvarez, we'd love for you guys to come and check it out. They are accepting clothes until I believe tomorrow. So, they're doing a great job. The kids are very excited. And I believe the kids in there volunteering, shout out to them because I think they're really enjoying it. So we'd love to see that. And of course, to see Christina out there with the girls. They're out there working out and hustling really hard out there. So yes, great job, ladies.
I'm having so many problems with my phone. I have no idea what's going on, but thank you so much.
Okay, so this one I mentioned already. Congrats to the band. They took first place in a tournament. Right now, they're currently in 3rd place versus 12 schools, and we have finals on Saturday. Cross country, girls first place, boys second place. Volleyball made playoffs, football made playoffs, basketball and soccer have begun, as well as wrestling. We talked about the thrift store, 350 Aztec scholars. And then we are going to start the Adopt a Family for the holidays. So Azusa High School adopts 4 families that we know, that we're aware of, that that need some support over the holidays, and we get our teachers and our staff to donate some items. So thank you, Maritza and Letty, for making the calls today and tomorrow, and then we'll reach out to our staff to start adopting some of the families. It's really cool to pack up our trucks and go deliver some stuff to our Aztec families. It's really cool. Oh, the places they'll go. It is school day number 63 already, if you can believe it. There's 180 schools left, 180 days total. And so we're getting close to the halfway point. Just remember, Aztec parents, we have a week off. So please, parents, make sure to talk to your children. And this week off, if they have any D's or C's or maybe an F, make sure that they make up the work over this week off. Have them talk to their teachers, do any work. Maritza and Letty will show the paper app in a bit. So there is tutoring available, so that way they can get help with the paper app. It's still available 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. But we want to make sure that our Aztecs are going to UCLA and USC and UC Berkeley and Notre Dame and Arizona State and Cal Poly Pomona and UC Riverside and all the fantastic schools that all of our that our students go to and continue to go to. So for this one, I know that we showed the video before. Miss Liz or Miss Natalie or Christina, do you guys want to watch the video, or have you guys seen it before?
What video?
Okay, let's just go ahead and show it then.
Oh, the paper one? Yeah, I have seen it.
Yeah, we saw it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we can skip it unless Ms. Velasquez wants to see it.
No, I'm okay. I saw it early morning. Thank you.
Oh, okay, cool. So let's go ahead and continue moving forward. But again, parents, please make sure that over the break, your kids are doing work. They're catching up on work, making up any missing assignments, and they have that paper app. So this should be a great time for them to use it over the break. Ms. Maritza, you want to talk about the next one?
Yeah, sorry. I was adding the link into the chat. So the link I just added, I know it looks long. It is a Google document, but it's for a referral system or referral Google form that we're starting at Azusa High. It's with community schools and the Azusa High team. So myself and Miss Tanya Alvarez in room 5 for the thrift stores. We receive referrals that either a student submitted themselves, a parent, a staff member, or a student for a friend here at Azusa High, where they're looking for certain information. Maybe they want to get connected to mental health services. Maybe they want to know where to get a job and how to apply for a resume, and they just don't know where to start. Maybe they're looking to start a bank account or open a checking account or a student account, and they really just don't know where to start or how to navigate that just yet. Or they want additional tutoring, after school sports that are off campus, or maybe the family is in need of basic necessities or other type of resources. So a family from Azusa High or a student from Azusa High or a staff from Azusa High can just click on that link, or we're going to be posting up the referral forms with the QR code. That is the same link all over the main offices on campus. And we've been talking to the students in the English classes, just letting them know that this referral system exists. And it looks like this for them. And it's really how community schools is just providing support in anything that the student needs so they can have success in school, success at home, and just to keep them healthy, all around healthy. So they will click on that link and then they would just answer the questions like, what's the student that needs the information? What are the connections? How can we talk to them? What is it that they're looking for? And then we would talk to them and just find out what it is and just meet with them one-on-one. Kind of just like a private little appointment. And also, if they want to come to the thrift store, but they're not able to come during the hours of operation, which is Wednesdays after school, or depending on their grade, Monday morning or Tuesday morning. And sometimes they're very busy and they can't come. Clicking on that link for that referral form also gives them the option to submit a request to come after hours or make a private appointment to come to the thrift store so they can do some shopping on their own. Maybe they're a little shy and they don't want to be with anyone else. They want to just shop on their own. So they can just click that link and then Ms. Alvarez or myself will connect with them and ask them what would be the best time for them to come into the thrift store. As long as it's not interfering with any class time or other activities that they're responsible for. And also parents, if you don't want to give me a call or you don't want to send me a text to set up an appointment, you can also click on that link in the chat. I'm going to put it in the description comments for the YouTube video recording. You can also submit a request via the form to come into the thrift store as well. But if you have any questions about that, feel free to reach out to me or Miss Alvarez in room 5, or Letty as well, that they can connect you with us. And that's all regarding the referral.
Real quick, Maritza, since you've done the presentations in the English classes, have you seen an increase in participation?
For referrals, the most recent one is the students are just connecting the dots of who I am and who Miss Alvarez is. And the most recent one, we had 2 students come in and they were like, oh yeah, we want to know more about the jobs and how to get employment and what do I need to do. So they do ask questions and they are interested. I haven't put up the flyers or posters around campus yet, but I will today or tomorrow. So they're going to start connecting the dots even more.
Cool. All right, and if you have your phone out, please take a picture. Too much to cover, but just a very busy December when we return. Lots of stuff, especially for seniors. I don't think either one of you have any seniors, but just know, and Christina, you can talk to Elizabeth about how busy senior year is. And we want to make sure that, again, we have tomorrow, regular school day, we have a week off, and when we return, there are only 19 instructional days left. So if there's any grades that need to be raised this next week, I can't stress it enough, is so important for them to make up any missing work, and most importantly, for them to better understand the topic so that way they can do better on their final exams. As you know, this is our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Please follow us, or just make sure you check in every once in a while. We have a lot of information on our website. And I want to stress the importance of using Aries for attendance purposes, for tardy purposes, for homework, for grades, for emailing teachers. Take a picture of that link, or Marissa's going to add it in the chat box. Make sure to visit Aries hopefully daily, or at least once every 2 days. Miss Natalie, how often do you check Aries for your son or daughter?
You're talking to me?
Yeah, or I had asked Natalie, but anybody, Elizabeth or Christina,
Every Friday, and then every Friday I get an email as well too. So
cool. The email's still going out?
Yes,
awesome.
Email's still going out, so I get that, and then I get the phone calls. Your son has been late too.
And then
Hey, are you out?
Yes. No,
I take him to
it's
school.
not the mornings. I think she says it's a period that, like, right when he makes it. But I'm like, it doesn't matter. You better run.
Run.
Yeah. I think it's his Thea that's making him late.
Oh, there you go. Thea's making him late.
That makes sense.
I check my daughters every week because of cheer. So it's been a constant checkup on that one.
Yeah, but I mean, just the accessibility, right? Like when I was in school, it was like if you wanted a progress report, you had to ask each teacher and wait and see if they were in a good mood so they could put the grade and so they can if you're on track or not. But now just with the accessibility of Aries is so awesome, and so I want to make sure every parent, guardian is checking grades to keep tabs on their children.
I also have his email linked to my phone. So whatever emails he gets from the teacher, I always get. So I always tell him, hey, tomorrow, math genius or math thing is due. You have it done? And he looks at me like, how do you know?
Same. We're both stalkers then.
Yeah, this is like for my 6 and 8 year old, like I'm taking notes from helicopter parents right now, so I know how to better support.
Hey, we're not helicopter parents. We're good parents.
Yes, that's right. You
I'm
guys
a
gonna be our
helicopter
next guest.
And we're Mexican.
It's nicer than saying stalker parents. Like you see Letty when she follows her niece around campus.
Yeah, I have GPS on my son's phone.
Me too.
my
I'm
gosh.
just kidding, but yeah, just make sure parents, Natalie, if you haven't already, agreed to both moms. Awesome. Yeah, just make sure that we're checking Aries as much as you can regularly, and keep tabs on the kiddos, because yes, they are getting older. Yes, they want more responsibility and liberty, which is awesome, but we need to make sure that they earn it.
I agree. And teachers are doing a much better job too, updating the Aries
Yep.
as well.
Yes. Miss Velasquez has a question.
Yes.
Well, yes, I guess I could agree right now with that, because lately, in the beginning, I should say, 2 weeks ago, actually, one of her teachers, especially that she's a senior, the teacher has been putting everything late, so she was getting in trouble constantly,
Mm.
every 3-4 times a week, because it showed like she had missing assignments, or she didn't pass the test, or this and that. And lately, I've seen that the teacher has been paying more attention. I don't know if she told them, or if I was the only mom, or I don't know. But yes, some teachers do put in stuff late, which sometimes I do understand. But for seniors, it is a little more complicated.
For sure.
You're not the only
Yes.
one. I would get upset too for the same reason.
Me too. I don't know how many times I grounded my son because of it. So I get it. But you know what I do sometimes when I mean, I do this and you're probably going to laugh at me, but every beginning of the school year, I always email all the teachers and kind of I want to have that open communication with them. And they do, like, if Tommy does something, like a couple of weeks ago, he was using the restroom too much. So the teachers emailed me, is there something wrong with him? Because medically, so obviously there's nothing wrong with him. So when he got home, I did have to have that conversation. Like, what's going on? He's like, how do you know? I'm like, you don't think I talked to your teachers? And then, so yeah, so I do that a lot. So I get that part of the whole teacher situation, but the teachers are really, really good right now at letting us know and updating everything.
Fantastic. And like I said, we have tomorrow, we have the week off, and then when we return, we have 19 school days left, so it's going to fly by. So let's make sure we're working with our kiddos over the break. Most of you have my email. Here's my work email. If you have any questions, please email me. Please call Letty, call Maritza, email Letty, email Maritza. That's what they're here for, to support the community. And any cool ideas that you guys have, like we're open. If you see something fantastic happening at another school, we want to see how we can replicate that here. We're open to all of those things. So we have a growth mindset, and we want to get better for our students and for our community. So this is your time, parents. Any questions, concerns? Christina, do you want to share maybe some topics that were shared at School Site Council?
Oh my gosh, you're putting me on the spot.
No, okay, so because in the Spanish meeting, no questions were asked, so we started talking about like the restructuring of schools, and then they started asking a lot of questions about that.
So you want me to talk about what we are going to possibly be doing? I mean, I know that we do have a lot of cool programs that are about to happen or about to come into play at Azusa. So that's going to be really cool. I'm actually really excited for the programs. I know that are we allowed to talk about like integrating or not yet? Schools?
Well, so yeah, go ahead, and then I'll correct you if I hear anything that may be not.
My phone was kind of breaking up a little bit during the meeting, but that's when I asked if our schools, like if Gladstone was going to be coming over to Azusa eventually. Is that correct? Right? Still happening?
So yeah, from the last meeting, it hasn't been voted on. It may change, but the last conversations were about Azusa High School being the single high school in the district, and Gladstone becoming a middle school.
Yeah, and we also, but with that being said, I think it's a lot better that would, hopefully that people do vote on that as opposed to seventh graders coming into high school, with older kids. I just think that we're going to benefit from it so much because there's so many programs, not just scholastic programs, but we're going to, I think, benefit in the long run. I think extracurricular activities, I think we're doing great things with wanting to help. Is it the ESL?
Yep.
Yep, ESL. I know that we're trying to help the math program, trying to, there's just a lot of good things happening right now with, sorry, I'm getting ready for my game. I'm looking at my eyelashes crooked and I got distracted.
Eyelash. So, yeah, no, okay.
Yeah, we do a lot of good things. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. And just to reiterate, the board is voting in mid-December or they're supposed to vote about what option to move forward with. And the question was, is this going to happen next year or 2 years? They haven't said. Right now, it's just they're going to vote as to what schools are going to remain open, which ones are going to be the high school, and which one's going to be the middle schools. We have talked about going from, like possibly reducing from 3 to 5 schools within Azusa Unified. They also talked about the time frame, whether it's going to be try to roll everything out next year or in 2 years or in 2.5 years. And so they have a lot of planning, but first they need to decide on the structure to see how they're going to move forward.
And look, we did.
Go ahead.
No, I was telling Lizzie because I know that I mentioned my nephew in the meeting. Just so you know, Lizzo, we did talk about the schoolage, about the kids eating.
Oh, okay.
And so I think that we all kind of acknowledged that was one of the issues right now, where the kids trying to get access. So what we were told too is that the kids there's no like purchasing food. It's all free food.
Right. It's going to be like that for a while, right?
Yeah, and the main issue is the scanning. Like that, the scan, like they have to bring their ID card, just like we did back in the day. You have to have your ID card.
Right.
Same thing. It's the same thing. So everybody needs to be held accountable for their stuff.
Also, I know I work for an elementary, and sometimes the computer goes down, so that kind of slows us down. And I work at an elementary, so I can't even imagine a high school.
So the computers go down, or we have 1,000 kids trying to get lunch, and 1/3 of them don't have their IDs and they have to scan it in, so it takes a lot longer. But what I do want to say is that the lunch is, students may go see a long line and not come back, but by the time like there's 10 minutes left of lunch, the lines aren't long anymore. So I'm gonna say, hey, Tommy, go see if the line is long, and if it is, come back 10 minutes later. Before the bell rings, you can do that, but it's just a challenge because they want to hang out with their friends and they want to eat lunch at the same time, and so that is definitely a challenge. So before we go to the questions, I just want to reiterate again that the district has not decided on the model. They have not decided on what school stays open, what closed. They're going to do that on the 18th. That was just something that they were discussing. So I think Natalie, Ms. Velasquez had her hand raised first, and then Ms. Caseira.
No, I haven't been able to take it off, but it's no question.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I just have with the whole lunch situation, is there like a time limit where they close the kitchen? Because I know at my school, there's if the bell rings at 12:45, where they close the kitchen at 12:25 or whatever, and then after that the kids you pretty much you can't go back because the kitchen is officially closed, because they do all their like their inventory where they count all the milks or whatever, and the kids can't go back and get lunch.
Good question, Ms. Caseira. I want to say I think they serve through the lunch.
Okay.
I don't think like our lunch on a regular day ends at 12:44. I don't think they ended like at 12:40 earlier. But I can find out. Letty, you're shaking your head. Is like right? They serve through lunch,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, they do. And you always have that kid, as soon as the bell rings, they're like, "Oh, can I?" And
Yeah,
the
that's
ladies
probably
will
my kid.
still I don't think so. um but I know that the ladies, like, outside the career center, they're really great, and they try to get to know the kids, and always telling them, have your IDs ready out. If not, they try to recognize some of the kids. And I know all the areas, the ladies are really great. They work really hard and they hustle, but they do feed the kids. And like I said, that bell will ring and they're just like, "Oh, you just made it." And then after that, or if they have a little bit of downtime, that I seen them, trying to do their counts or trying to do some cleanup, of course. But if not, until that bell rings, and they try to really, be good. They're great with the kids.
And
That's good.
one last question. This is like a random one, but
Mhm.
I was taking some of the basketball players home the other day, and they were talking about that varsity. My son's not in varsity; he's actually in JV. That there's only 10 jerseys, and whoever made varsity, um, there's only 10. So there's more than 10 varsity players. I guess I guess someone's been stealing them. I don't know. They were just telling me that there's not enough jerseys, so the ones that didn't get a jersey don't get to play. I don't know if they're lying to me. I don't know if they're being dramatic, but I just want to address that because some of the boys were like, "We made varsity, but we don't have a jersey."
Let me look into that.
Okay, I know it's a random one, and I know sports are like not priority, but for these boys,
Excuse
it
me?
is. Like for the boys, it's also they were also complaining about they don't have water.
We
I
we
know
now
this
have
is
two. Lizzo, we have two ice machines now, or two different ice stations.
okay.
And I think, I mean, I'm not sure, but I mean, if that's the case, you should talk to the coach and just make sure that they
Yeah, well, I'm
know.
gonna go to the game today. I just don't want to be that mom, that annoying mom, but I think I'm gonna have to.
You already said you're a helicopter parent, like that.
Hey,
You are.
and
Just
don't
keep
tell
going. Continue.
don't throw me under the bus that I said this. That I
You are.
said this.
You are that mom. Like, what the heck?
But I just want to make sure the boys are safe because one of them came home with the black eye because his eye wasn't iced.
Because he didn't have a jersey.
No, because he didn't have ice. Really?
I do want to say the ice machines did go down, but they fixed them they were actually out for through last week, but
Okay.
they fixed them yesterday afternoon.
Like I said, it's not my son's the JV team. It's the varsity boys that were just telling me this, and I was like, you know what? I'll talk to Gomez on Thursday. I'll see if it's true or if they're lying to me. But
No, that one is true. The ice machine was out.
Okay.
Luckily, it didn't happen like it's happening. It happened in between seasons, so I'm texting Mr. Velasco right now.
Okay. All right, that's it. And don't say I told you.
I already did. Sorry.
Really?
So
we'll cut it out of the meeting.
I do have a question. So Ms. Christina, you said that that when you were in school, you guys use your IDs to get lunch. Is that what you said?
When I was in school, yeah. Well, I mean, he would just. I think we would swipe our IDs.
Okay.
I don't remember.
I'm just
it was $2 Pizza Hut, so like that was like my thing. So I would go that direction, not the free ones.
I'm just surprised that they had scanners in 1956 when the school opened, but that's cool to know.
Don't be rude. Don't be rude. You know you're older than me. Did they even have cards back then?
Oh, we had to carry like a cement.
A stone?
Brick. Yeah, a stone. Yeah.
That's what I thought.
So cool. Any other questions, parents? I do have to run to the district office today, but just want to make sure that we answer any questions. Ms. Elizabeth, Ms. Natalie, Ms. Christina, that you may have.
No, I think we're good. Thank you.
For sure. Go ahead, Ms. Velasquez.
Okay, so we had a situation I don't know if your other moms had the same situation or not. My student's a senior. I don't know who had a brilliant idea to hire Studio One for their senior portrait pictures because that thing became a mess. My pictures, they were supposed to arrive 2 to 3 weeks. I paid them in full, and the pictures, they didn't come out cheap. They came out for 89. So it kind of arrived 3 months later from what they have told me. And the drive out to Rancho Cucamonga wasn't cheap. So I don't know for next year, if you guys want to do your senior portraits again, please take in consideration that get someone close because it was a nightmare.
Ms. Velasquez, when you have a second, can you email us those concerns so we can send them to the district, and then they talk to Studio One. We've had concerns about the company. We've had some parents say that they really liked it because they have family and they got to go visit out there. But like we want to share the pros and the cons. I agree. I think we should get somebody more local, so that way we're not having to fight with traffic driving out there. But if you when you have a second, just email me like exactly what happened with regards to the traffic, with regards to how long it took for you to receive the pictures that they promised, but it was 3 months later. So any of that would be greatly appreciated, so we can forward it because that contract is looked at every year.
I agree with that too, Natalie, because I had the same problem with my senior too. And don't they do I think they do our athletic photos too, don't they?
Correct. They have
Zero, yeah, zero personality.
They have the contracts for all three high schools actually.
Okay, yeah, I really don't like, just being honest, don't like them at all. They're not approachable at all. But you know what? It's to each their own for sure. They do take good pictures, but just not. I mean, it's just not what I think what we're used to. We don't technically need to go back to what we were using, but I think I agree too. I think somebody more local and somebody more, just who could have a little bit more fun with the photos and be a little bit more professional. I agree.
For sure. So I don't know if you guys know each other, Natalie and Ms. Christina. Maybe you guys can just put some concerns together and send them to me. That way I can forward them because it really has been just like administrators telling the district like, hey, this is not cool, or this is working, this is not. But if they get more information from parents, it definitely perks the district's ears in a different way than just hearing it from us.
I totally agree. Thank you.
Yep. Yes, Ms. Natalie, then Ms. Castaneda.
Okay, great. Thank you. Well, at least by the bottom line, you got saved by the bell. You're not, in trouble, I guess, on this time. But yes, I will forward you the situation that way, or if I could forward to someone else in the district, I will be more than likely because to be honest, for seniors, they're supposed to have a wonderful moment. Not just that, they did come out expensive. The pictures came out crappy. So I had to hire someone else to retake other pictures. And, I just didn't want to go back and forth because legally I was going to cancel. But for like the day after whatever I call, I guess 2 days, the third day, I received them right away. And they had just backed me, back and forth saying, oh, this is and that. And because they did say, if your student doesn't come or if you don't purchase anything, your student's senior portrait won't be on the school's picture stuff. I don't know what they said, but she was obligated to do it and for me to purchase it.
Okay, so she accidentally cut off, but I was under the impression that they have a free seating chart for just that graduation picture for the yearbook.
No.
So is it a $25 fee?
Yeah, they have to pay a sitting fee, and if you don't pay that sitting fee, the kids don't get their picture, their that picture that we used to have that was standard picture, senior picture. That's why when you look in the yearbooks, you see all these kids with like regular clothes on because they didn't pay that fee. So I didn't like that either. That you have to be forced to take the picture with them. I can understand, having them as our vendor, but to, force the parents to pay that sitting fee and to, 'cause some kids literally couldn't afford that. And it broke my heart to see so many kids last year.
Yep. So I in the chat box I included Ms. Juarez. She's a person from the district. If you want to send it directly to her, just CC Mr. Velasco and I, so to make sure that you sent it. So that way, when we have a district meeting, say, hey, parent complained, and they said, well, we never received the concern. So you can email it directly to her. She's at the district office, and then just make sure to CC Mr. Velasco and I. But Ms. Christina, if you can include your thoughts as well, that would be great to say, like, I had a senior last year, and now I have a current 10th grader, and I don't want them to go through the same issues that her or her friends go through the same issues that we saw last year.
Yeah, for sure. I know, you know what, it's not, this is new to us too. It's not like we've been using them for years or anything like that. It's going to be trial and error. And I think as long as parents, join stuff like this, we get to have our say and try to fix the situation. But you guys won't know unless we say anything, and nothing will be corrected if we don't actually take action and do something about it. So I'll definitely be sending her an email.
Correct.
But thank you so much. Yeah.
For sure. Any other questions, concerns, comments, shout outs?
Me. So just a simple one. So this company is the same company that took the pictures for the football players?
Correct. They've taken, they've been at Azusa for the last 2.5 years.
But I never got like a paper or anything, so I was never able to purchase anything. So do I have to like call them and just?
Did they take individual pictures?
My son just told me we're taking pictures this day. I need a haircut, and they all took pictures, but I was never given like a paper or an email.
Was it a team picture or individual pictures?
I don't know. Because my son, it's like pulling teeth to get information from him. Okay,
I'm going to send you an email right now. Tommy's mommy and
yes.
Yeah.
It's going to get mature one day. I need her email.
Okay, I'll send an email to Mr. Velasco to ask him, and I'll include you.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Any other questions or concerns?
You guys are doing a great job.
Yeah, let's do this. Thank you.
Everybody's doing a great job. All of you guys, thank you guys for the information that you guys provide on like all the time, and all of your meetings. You guys have been super helpful, and I know that you guys work hard on all the information that you guys try to gather up, and we appreciate you guys so much. You guys deserve so much more recognition than just us three being here.
Woo! That's all. Maritza and Letty for sure.
Okay, we had 13 in the morning, so that's cool.
Miss Natalie.
Yes, especially with canciones de Jose Jose, and then you guys put some cumbias early morning. I mean, that was a good thing to start early morning.
We like to party here.
And you know what? Yeah, I appreciate that, because before, to be honest, there was no Cafe Azteca, and that was back in the I don't know, like 2000s. So I was an Aztec, so I know who was there and everything. Maybe Letty knows me a couple years ago.
So for when the school first opened, Christina was the original Cafe Azteca.
You are so rude. First of all, I graduated in 2002. I'm sorry, 1990 what? 1980 what?
So sorry. Quick question for December 2. I did see that you guys posted something for the seniors for their cup and gown purchase. How does that work? And then because I noticed that they're not gonna receive it right away. It takes a couple of months or weeks. Is that correct?
Yes. So we are actually, this will be their second visit in person. It'll be in activities. And this time, Miss Armis, luckily, she's so great, was able to get them to come in, I believe, 1 hour early. So like from 11 to noon before the kids come out for lunch. As parents, you guys can come onto campus and speak with them personally, and see about, like if they have a payment plan or ordering a ring. So you guys will have that opportunity. And then they don't get the merchandise in until later in the year. And then we have the day where we distribute the caps and gowns to the students. So because I don't know really why, maybe so they don't lose them, or maybe for kids who may not graduate and they're sometimes put on hold, the caps and gowns. So but we do ask families to purchase them before the price goes up, because I believe in January the price will go up. So you guys are welcome to come in December 1st or 2nd. Okay, thank you. And from 11, and come and ask your questions with them in person in the activities office.
Oh, also for your senior, in case you didn't know, I heard that Think Together does pay for senior items if you complete so many hours in that program. Just kind of like an FYI. I don't know exactly what they cover, but I was approached by Think Together for my team, and they did mention that. So if you have a senior, that's a good thing to know.
Yes, thank you. I think they try to help you out with the yearbook too, or something like that. But yeah.
Question.
Okay, thank you for the info. Then I'll see you guys on December 2nd at 11:30.
Yes.
Fantastic. Thank you. And just parents, if you guys were curious, my shirt size is a medium for the Christmas gifts.
And the shoe size is a 9.5 size.
She remembers. Yes.
I'm gonna get you a shirt with a helicopter on it.
There's a helicopter and a bulldozer parent too. So. All right, parents. I do need to check out. I just want to tell you all thank you for everything. Please, please, please continue to check up on your kiddos. Please, please, please reach out to Letty and Maritza and I for any support. And have a great, great Thursday and a great, like Letty said, a Semana Santa. Even though it's a have a great turkey break, and make sure to bring us any leftovers, please.
You don't have time to eat. Don't lie. You don't even have time to eat.
All right, everybody. Have a great Thursday. See you soon.
Bye.
Yes, thank you guys. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, ladies. I have to run off to the district. Hablamos pronto.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.